Hello everyone, this is Relic Jones for another D&D Minis collection video. Try to get out the shadow shot. Yeah, most of these I would say have been around with me for a while and actually made it into a few games. Let's see this one. This undead horse rider that actually was used to be the arbiter of ether once that video comes out. That was probably my best campaign that came out. Just nice undead warrior. In that same game we also had this giant zombie troll, or just ogre, zombie ogre. That's from one of the older sets that I have. Pretty nice. Now that's a phase spider that I pulled, if you can even have a good look at that. That's pretty nice. And it goes perfectly with this guy that I actually went and sought out and bought online. It is the web golem. I wish they would make more sculpts like that. It's very original. It's an animated web. It was planned to be in a game, but I don't think we got to play that particular game. But it was worth seeking out. This massive behemoth. My previous video I talked how the older D&D mini sets were so good because you got so much more for your money. Well, this was the kind of stuff you got in that. Very awesome. Giant purple worm. It has not gotten to a game just because of its CR. It's like difficulty rating. I was thinking about throwing it in and having them fight it several times throughout a dungeon to like split up phases to make it playable for lower parties. But I did not do that yet. But that's an idea that you can have phases to your bosses, and then have harder bad guys be beatable through multiple phases. You could also, the longer it takes them to get to the boss, the more HP they recover. You got this big old frost giant. I believe at one point back in the HeroScape days they would give you the names of them before they released the sculpts, and they did a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons themed sculpts, and I thought this would become the Master of the Hunt, but it did not. So that's sad. We got this demon that also came along with the troll. If you remember the old D&D Command, I believe was the card game, board game thing where you play with miniatures. I got those both in there. I also got the HeroScape edition of this guy. I believe it's the same sculpt, but they did a better paint job on that. It just, the darker pops out. It looks like it's just a wash over the black base anyway, which does help give it more detail. Then we got this fire elemental. It's always cool to have a elemental. I was thinking about making a campaign based on Howl's Moving Castle, and that could be the demon that fuels the castle. I guess I did not make... I have a lot of ideas for these, I just not used them. Now that's a... Sorry, I'm not really familiar with it. Planeteer Angel? Yeah, it's really generic. Looks like the villain off of Bioshock 1, just with wings. Got a Pegasus, and I've actually pulled 2 Pegasi, I guess. I don't know if it would be worth trying to paint one up black just for lulz. And this is another figure that I actually went out to buy because I really like Quetzalcoatl, just the lore and the basis of it. So I can own a Quetzalcoatl. Also, there is a dinosaur that's named after this because it's like the size of a giraffe, but it's a pterodactyl-like creature. So that's Quetzalcoatl. Actually, these three are the only figures I sought out personally because I liked just how they looked and how cheap they were at the time. And this is a character that has actually resulted in a death in one of my campaigns. I won't tell that much more. This psychic catfish. That was a good one. I put it in there to be a kind of an enemy to teach them that you can't win every single encounter. Sometimes you gotta run from things. It's a very good thing to teach your party, maybe once they get past level 3. Or maybe even at level 2 before you kind of decide to put more difficult things on them. But yeah, this psychic catfish, what is the technical name? The Aboleth Slime Mage? Which is fitting. I did not even remember that being the name, but I did have slimes being a thing that was being attacked. I actually used, it was a sour gummy that was in the shape of a cube for the slimes, which was very funny. And when they got to bloodied, I bit them in half, where I let the player bite them in half. No double bites or double dips. Yeah. Well, there are my large mini collection and some stories based on them. So if you like this video, just like, subscribe, tell me where I can pick up some cheap minis. Maybe I'll do some box openings eventually. Maybe I'll get a booster box like I did last time of Forgotten Realms, icons or whatever. But thanks for watching, and please stay tuned for more content. Later.